Alrighty, welcome back. Thought I had this all cleaned. Looks like a little nubbin. Alright, what I have before me is parts. Well, most of the parts from the Space Marine bike set. And we'll move them over here. Space Marine bike parts over there. I'm not going to use one of those arms. And then parts from the Purifier Squad. And what I'm going to attempt to do is bring these together into a librarian on a bike. I'm going to do this with 3 guys. And then the other 2 Purifier guys are going to end up being, I think, Inquisitors or Chaplains. It just depends on what I need. Probably going to end up being Inquisitors because I love Inquisitors. Many Inquisitors. Let me adjust this. I just noticed I put myself out of frame there. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so never assembled a Space Marine bike. Figured I'd just sit with you guys and you could watch me screw it up. This over to the side I have these little lights. They're from a light box set I had for a long time. I'm not sure if the color's right, but I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see everything better. So I'll see how the video goes and we'll go. So I'm not having to assemble these. I kind of looked at it a little bit and I'm thinking, well, here's what I got. I got pretty much the bike, right? The bolters and all that stuff. All the pieces to the bike. And there it is. I was missing a bolter. There it is. And the legs from the bike. I took the torso of one of the Purifiers because it's got the psychic code. I'm going to use one of these arms, so he's still holding on to the bike. The other, I'm going to take the sword from the Purifier Squad. That's going to be a force sword that he's going to have. And we will like stick a bolter on him or something like that and dig through my bits box. I can find one. And oh, this is not cleaned up either. I took one of the shoulder pads. The fancy shoulder pads. Let me see if I can get this to the fancier shoulder pads. I'm going to put one of these on each of them on their left shoulder, basically kind of like almost denoting very close, similar to the Death Watch shoulder pads. So these guys are all veterans of Death Watch. And then on the other side, I just used the shoulder pad that came with the bike. So they're using one of the backpacks from the Purifier Squad because it's kind of got some fancy stuff on it. And using the helmet from the Purifier Squad. I like the helmet. I like the look of the helmet. So I can see them. Maybe that was. These are pieces that were left over from that time in their career when they were working with the Death Watch and they've returned to the Crimson Axis. So here we go. Best I can tell, I need to get these wheels together first. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using a combination of the plastic cement and the super glue. Just some things you want to keep around or to glue quicker than others, I guess. That's the biggest thing. And this plastic glue, woo, it can affect your brain cells. Stuff is potent, I tell you. It is potent. Try not to keep that jar open too much. Ventilated space, but whew, even at that, right? So yeah, the best I figured is that when you put these, because there's no slotting or pinning on these Space Marine bikes, at least these version of the model that I have. And so the best way to get them to line up as far as the body wise is to have the 2 tires in so that the only place where there's really any alignment is lined up. So that's the plan. To get those wheels working, sealing up together. I was a little bit surprised. I'm guessing maybe these models predate the Orc bike models, because Orc bike models seem to be better thought out as far as assembly and things lining up and making sense and all that jazz. So wiggle that together. So these lights that I got, they're like, I'm not touching it, but okay, now I'm touching it over here, and they are hot. So I'm constantly trying to adjust this so that I can work in the workspace but not burn myself. Those things are rough. Okay, so Just looking at the major touchy points here. So yeah, gonna go ahead and put the plastic glue on this. I think this is gonna be pretty easy to get together with the plastic glue. I think a lot of the marine body parts are probably gonna be much simpler to assemble with the super glue. Cause way less issues, way less heartache. Unless I stick myself to the model, which, you know, happens more often than it really should. And then I'll have the additional problem of not being able to unlock my cell phone with my fingerprint, because my fingerprint will be messed up by the super glue, which happens way too frequently, which is why I had to put on the backup unlock method on it, because I didn't want to be locked out of it for several days. That's looking very bikey. This is kind of cool. The wheels still spin. Of course, that's not really needed because we are going to be gluing it to a base. So, but it's still cool. You could do that if you want to drive around, hold that together in the front. Oh, let me get these bases, and don't know where my regular blade is. I'm using this secondary blade I got. It does not have a safety cover, unlike my regular blade. You know, too many people have been in here. I need to get an additional shelf put up back here so I can get more table space, and I need to get a lot of this stuff taken care of. A lot of the assembled models need some shelf space to sit on until I get around to the painting part of their thing. I have painted some War Machine models. I put that up on the Facebook and stuff. Like the War Machine. Alright. That is great. And you can tilt slightly that way. Just like coming in. Be interesting. Spin bases. 2008. Huh? Yeah, we can just do something like this, I think. A little tilt on that. Maybe like this. Or just straight up. I'll figure it out. That's definitely going to be a super glue option there. Now next, looking at these, I guess this little thing right here should go on. It looks like, let's see, is it touching in the front there? It's touching back here on there with the pipes, and touching down here for sure. And I think this is just a super glue job. There's nothing I'm concerned about down there that's going to be, uh-oh. Alright, come on, I wiped this bottle off, I swear it. Ah, you stupid soup. I hate super glue. I hate it. There, got it off. Okay. I see I wiped it off. I did. I cleaned that top before I put that back on. I'm a little disappointed in the super glue. Embarrassing me like that. Oh, my hand is so close to this light over here. Woo. Man, that's scorching. I know what I'm going to have to do is put those up on slightly elevated. If they were elevated by like the height of a brick or 2x4, they would not be directly searing my skin. Yep, I just adjusted that one up a little bit. Oh, that went shadowy, didn't it? No, we don't want shadowy. They're better. I will get this better. Alright, so that's cool. That is great, and this little fits perfectly in there. I tried these legs, actually, the regular legs. They actually can fit in here decent. They're not like touching on the foot pads on both sides like that or anything. But you could use those if you wanted. But I want to use these for other things. And I have the bodies. I have the body spare and such, not for that. So let's clean that. Sure, stop cleaning stuff. Looking at it next. Looks like next I should probably put these handlebars in place, because that's really going to help fix the angle of this front pad here. So just a dab of super glue on these two pins looks like it'll hold it just a bit. Right. Oh, am I out? I'm out. Pay attention. Just a bit on each of those. You did. Okay. Oh, I'm having issues. I'm having issues, and I didn't even order a subscription. Push that down a bit. Okay, so then this should touch, right? Touch. Yep. So I need glue here, here, and here. And since it's a super glue, I can kind of go at a decent pace here for this. Looks good. And make sure these fall in place. Touch, and touch. Oh, let that do. That looks great, don't it? Pretty cool. And then these bolters. Ammo out. Yeah, I can see that now. Ammo. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll take these two here, put one like that and one like that. If you look at them, see the little ammo, you can see the little shells. On this side you can't, so you want that facing out, because I'm sure these would fit in there either way. Yeah, look, that'll fit nicely. That'll look good. That'll look good. Just trying to figure out what's touching. Looks like I need glue. This rounded part and on that slope part. Yep. I wish, I just noticed I was looking through the Angels of Death supplement, and I don't know, I guess it's because I've been so busy with other things I haven't been able to like look at it closely. But the last really good force that I put together was a combination of some formations and things like that. And I just realized in the Angels of Death, the new stern hammer, basically the, what is it called? Stern hammer formation thing for the Imperial Frisk. Decurion style type thing. It includes basically all the formations and stuff I was using. I include just in that. So by the local tournament rules and stuff, depending on how points go, I can actually squeeze in some more different formations, because I won't be breaking the number of formations rules, because all of these formations are part of the stern hammer. They're not individual, they're part of that grouping there. So that is cool in so many cool ways. Like it, you like it. This is cool. Reason I'm assembling these straight up all the way up instead of like doing some paint and saving myself trouble like trying to get in areas like that, you know, before or after, is because I have to use these this weekend, and that's a couple days away, so they got to be ready to go. Always the last minute things, but this is going to be cool because this is going to be part of the stern hammer that I'm going to add in there, this librarians conclave of these three guys. Ooh, psychic crazy right in there. This is going to be cool. I like this. So I'm going to have to look over here because I did not see where that whip antenna is supposed to connect. Just right up at, is that the only guy that has one? Let's see. No, they all have one. But just in the picture they only got it installed on the one guy, so they've got it butted up right here. That seems fair. That seems fair. Place to put it. Looks good. Oh, that's, you squeezed too much. I squeezed a little too hard. It's going to be a little longer to glue. Besides, this bike is seriously devoid of skulls, is it not? Ah. Just did it. Just leave myself to it. Oh, there it goes. Well, still have my thumb to use to unlock the phone. This one is out, though. This finger's out. I got a bunch of my fingers in there just in case. So, one down, two left, or three left. That one, and that one. So, that one looks a little messed up too, though, right now. So, I guess that's two down, two to go. Alright, let's just go, I guess. Yeah, so he's up fairly. There's a pretty good gap here, so the backpack's not going to be interfering, I don't think. To make sure, because it does have the dangly bits, so I might have to swap a backpack. This backpack that it came with doesn't have dangly bits. It could be an issue, so I guess the next thing I need to do is assemble this body upper section right here and C. I think I'm just going to go super glue because I need this to assemble quickly, and if I'm very light touch on the glue, it should assemble rather quickly without issues. Get those pins in place. Let's hold it for a second. Give it a 10 count. And we'll have to see how this backpack goes. Looks like that goes there. Look on this one. That's barely even peeking down at all on the way. I'm gonna give this a look. I'm gonna give it a look. I can't glue it, so just gonna have to have 7 hands and hold these legs in place. I should have just glued the legs, you think? Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give this. I think I'll have to go with the darn it, with the backpack that came with it. It's going to be really hard to get any other backpack to fit in that space. Alright, so going with the backpack that came with it, tossing that in the extra bits area that I've got. Got to make these adjustments on the fly sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you thought it would. It's okay. It's okay. Just adjust and move on. So there we go. Got that in place. Okay, so is this the arm? This is that arm, right? And there's the body, and then this is the sword arm and the sword hand. Yes, so this shoulder pad here, this shoulder pad here, helmets. So I don't need that arm. I'm gonna plop that over there. Best thing to do is get this. And get this body and this arm on. So this arm, you can almost just snap it there. And then put the body in place, and then we can squeeze that backpack in. I think we got to put the backpack on, actually. That's probably the best thing. So that we know we don't want to have the arm glued at an angle and then have to snap it off because the backpack is not fitting where we need it to. Oh, I had not trimmed up this backpack because I didn't plan on using it. Okay, just a little cleanup there. There we go. Some on the bottom. I can do more when it's glued tighter, but let me just get the majority of it off. Alright, so now we've got a little arm dangling. Come here, arm. Okay, a little arm dangling. Got this and that. Well, that is going to work right there. So what we need is glue here and there. Put a little dab on the torso. Much littler dab right there. Get this arm swung up and... Okay, arm. Come on. Super glue's dry and I didn't put much on there. Are you kidding me with this? There it goes. Got stuck in the down position there. And, okay, I want to bring it down and in. Okay, I just got to hold him for a second, right? No, is that too shadowy? I don't know if these side lights are doing me any good whatsoever. I'm seriously getting glued to the arm. There goes my thumb on that side, so one thumb left to unlock my phone without using alternate fingerprint methods. Other things other than the fingerprint. That is not gluing. That glue dried under there. Just took too long to get that arm undone. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. So the backpack's fitting nicely back there. The arm is in place. He's got an arm on the thing. Be nothing to put a bolter down on his leg, find one of those bolters, or lay one across on the back here. Perfect. And out of the bits kit. And the other side is going to be, I think we're going to go ahead and think I'm going to go ahead and get this shoulder pad on to make sure it's going to work where it is. It's got a little nubbling because I don't think I was planning on using these shoulder pads either. Just thought maybe I might, maybe I won't. Alright, let me try something. Let me see what happens if I do that. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or not. It looks better on the screen. I think this light is fine. I think this second one is just causing too much shadow. It might not be, so you guys, well, hopefully I'll see it on edit, but you guys tell me, oh wow, this is hot. Oh, these lights. Okay, a little bit of glue on there. Make sure this pad is touching that glue. There it is. Glue it in place. No, wait, no, what? Wrong pad. Wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that did not actually start gluing. Because he's got this is the shoulder that the special pad needs to be on, isn't it? Yep, looking over there. Still got my Death Watch Overkill biker sitting on my paint tray. Just got base coated a while ago. I haven't moved forward with that, but that's the shoulder. He's got his cool looking shoulder pad on, so that's what we're going with. Got the little book on this one. Thought it was very librarian-y. The way things are going, I think the head is the next thing I want to put in, because it's going to look like it might not be the easiest thing to get in once I have that second arm in there. When I'm looking kind of straightforward, this guy's going to kind of be like charging straightforward. What can we do with this sword? Looking, holding. Okay, this arm's definitely got to go in an upwardly position, the way it's bent. So we want it kind of up like that, maybe? Like this, maybe? Yeah, like that. I think we need to put the arm on first. Or the sword on, the hand on the arm stump. That's what. And from what it was looking, we need a kind of a almost angled, just slightly angled in like that. Just slightly. I think that's going to be bad. Let that sit for just a second. So far it's looking good. It's going to be on his bike. And he's going to be rolling. We're going to just glue him down here. I think a straight on charging kind of look is going to be the best for him. To me at least. Yeah, that's shadows from, okay, I see. There we go. I get rid of shadows. Yeah. Do the best you can. I think I'm going to go back to it up some farther away lights. Cool, he's getting there though. Just looking at him closer. That might be better for you guys too, to see things. Filled up my card on my video camera and didn't want to swap it out, so I just downloaded everything. But I'm back. I didn't finish this guy. He is off screen. He's still here, so I'm going to put the little finishing touches on him, which was a bolt pistol right here on the thigh, so that he is a whizzy wig. Right there, a bolt pistol that is not sitting exact. There we go. That's the way I want you sitting. Bolt pistol right there on his thigh. And over here we got to put this arm on. So it's glued pretty good. I think that's going to work right there. So I'm going to put a little dab will do you glue on there. And glue that shoulder on. Holding the sword high overhead. Ready to strike. Classic 40k. Bring it back a little bit. There we go. Classic 40k style. You have all these explosive rounds and all this stuff, but you gotta get up close and personal because everybody's armor is insane. You just got to get and kick them down to the ground and cleave it in two. Alright, there we go. Just about done his wheels. Free moving for the last time because it's about to get glued down. Best thing I've found to do this is to kind of eyeball out where you're going to need the glue. Put a good amount on there actually. And then just set the bike in place and hold it for a little bit. Oh, well, this guy's going to have a little bit of a turn to him. I was trying to shift him forward and I hit something, a little piece of plastic that was stuck to the thing. So I'm hoping this is going to work out. Glue up good right here like it is. I need something to hold him. Will it hold you where I need you? I think that will. Okay. So while he's gluing, I'll show you what I did while I was waiting for my card to made this guy right here. He has got a forced stave. I just wanted something different. Force stave is a little bit different stats than a force sword, but it works. It's a good weapon. Gives me some options. And he couldn't have the special shoulder pad that looks like Deathwatch because there weren't enough in the box. But so I put this one on him, which should work just fine. And you can tell really the difference in that plastic and the rest of this model from that purifier box. It's interesting. So that's one of my new librarians conclave. There's another one. Still good. It's kind of wobbly. Super glue's not 100%. This is this guy. He's also got the sword. He does have the Deathwatchy-like shoulder pad. So I got him going. Got his bolt pistol on his thigh. Like this guy does not. I had another bolt pistol, so I got to put his on there. Try to keep things as WYSIWYG as possible. It can get a bit of a chore sometimes when you don't have the part, or trying to get a part to fit somewhere on the model that you got built a certain way. So there, he's going to be good in WYSIWYG now. Bolt pistol, force staff on the bike. And then we have this guy, so I'm not sure if this is going to work. It will. I think it will at this angle. So there he is. Final done, the third of my bike librarians. These guys will be more likely than not part of a conclave, but they can be brought in all by themselves, lonely. Kind of see this almost going with, what is he? Bringing these guys in a conclave and then bringing just this dude from the Deathwatch in with them. He's just based right now. So running this kind of thing and all this. Him kind of giving them the backup they need. And maybe I'll get some more bikes. And then I'll have some, I need to get more bikes, but when I get the fundage, pick me up a set of three more bikes and run that. And they'll be like the guard to keep the librarians safe. So I have this librarian's conclave, I have my regular librarian's conclave, and if I can dig around, I've got two of these right now. Gotta get the paint off of them. I got someone. I think actually I have a third one in there that I was going to do something with. So if I do a third one, and I know some people are going to be, what? Because I hear it in your head already. You're like, what is he thinking? Yes, I'm thinking about giving at least one or two, maybe librarians jump packs. Having jump pack librarians. And I know it sounds weird, but it's like if I bring the conclave, then I split it up amongst groups, then especially with the Stern Hammer, because I have Assault Marines and I can bring the Sky Hammer Annihilation Force. With that, I can have a librarian that's, starts off with maybe some Assault Marines and switches over to some of the Assault Marines and the Sky Hammer. And he's got the jump pack, and so he can keep up with them, and so I can have some serious librarian spam everywhere. I guess that would be about it. Yeah. Spam with cheese. And so I can have some jump pack librarians that are going with stuff. It may not be the best thing, but for me it's thematic and cool. It works with my army. And I've been looking over the Sternhammer, and it is great. All the formations, all the things I like to use, Imperial Fisty kind of way of fighting, I can represent that and actually only be bringing a Sternhammer force, which is ludicrous, in my opinion. Absolutely ludicrous. It will be a Sternhammer force, which is awesome. And let's see, I used up most of the bike parts. I just have a few little bodies and stuff that I'd be able to use for some stuff. I have the 5 legs. I took one off. I just wanted to see how it fit in the bike from the Purifier Squad. Well, let's look in here what else I got. I've got all the weapons, the side cannons and all that cool stuff. The Stormbolter arms that they have, glaives and some swords, pointy hands, backpacks in here. That's good, cool stuff there. Then I have these shoulder pads and helmets left, and I have 2 of the bodies that have the Psychic Hood. So that'll allow me to make 2 more librarians or psychically enhanced inquisitors. So it just depends on what you can use that for. So that's it. Hope you guys had fun with me. Just taking this little journey with me as I hope to put my super glue together and be able to get it apart again. And we built us some bike librarians, which are really, really good units to have. If you're going to bring a Librarians Conclave, I think one of the better ways to bring it is with, well, the cheesiest way to bring it is Iron Hands on a bike with a command squad and all that cheese and crazy. But a good way to bring a Librarians Conclave is on bikes. And for several reasons. One is you get the extra toughness out of it, which is cool. And you can bring some bikes to do it. The other is movement. And let's just say you brought some kind of, maybe your White Scarsy like. You can do whatever tactics you're doing, but you have these 3 guys. And they each got a bike squad with them. And they're zipping around. And you're using their power separately. And all of a sudden you decide, hey, I really need to do something where I can use all these guys together. You've got so much more movement options to be able to get these guys within that range that they need to be. Even if they are in their separate units, but within range of each other. To combine forces, you know, Wonder Twin powers activate, and boom! Do some serious psychic damage to your opponent. So this is the plan for these. Bring them as a Librarians Conclave. Run them probably separate. Run them out there separately. And bring them together if I need to. Or run them together with a nice bike squad to go. Because they would be really cool. Run around. Maybe an attack bike in here. Some more bikes that back up. That would be fun and thematic. Usually I'm not into Space Marine bikes. I don't really like that kind of Space Marine bikey thing. But with these I can see using them and enjoying them and having fun with them. Alrighty. Well, that's one way that you can kit bash you up some Space Marine bikers. You just get the Psychic Hoods from any Grey Knight kit really. The Purifiers is just a less expensive one that they had, and it had some good options as far as weapons in it, because the side cannons and stuff definitely can use those on Inquisitor models for sure, or trade them off to other people who might need them for their things and get some stuff that I might need. So good trade fodder, good kit bashing fodder in that one. So cool. If you like this, leave me the thumbs up and the comment in the comment section, and subscribe. All that YouTube stuff that YouTube wants you to do, so that it'll be nice to me. And hey, let me know if there's any other things you guys want to see. I'm not really free to get most stuff right now, but in the future I think I will have some extra resources to be able to do that. And what did you guys think of my kit bash? What What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Anything that you would have done better or any of that? Let me know. And I will talk to you later.